Hi everyone, it's Tracy here and I'm doing a little impromptu spread. So this is a sort of a response to doing Deb Cheeky's challenge that I did for the Myers-Briggs Tarot challenge, or the tag, and I've already done that video, so if you want to go and watch that first, you're most welcome to. But what I wanted to sort of elaborate on, because what was really interesting when I did the Myers-Briggs personality test, it came up with I'm an ISFP, so an introverted, observant, feeling, prospecting adventurer, because there's another type, another subtype, I guess, in that genre. So, and then there was the part where your personality type would correlate to a tarot card, one of the court cards, because there's 16 personality types and there are 16 court cards. And so my one correlated to the Page of Wands, which I didn't think I was a Wands suit whatsoever, as I resonate with Pentacles. But I was sort of ruminating on it, and it was a really good tag to do. So if you do that tag, let me know how you went, and I'll leave Deb Cheeky's original video. But I just wanted to do this spread, and I chose to use these two decks together. Now, if you've seen the ladder tarot tag in the level 4, I think it's level 4. No, level 3 is a love and belonging, the lusty, sexy, passionate decks. I chose the Wild Wisdom of the Fairy Oracle and the Gods and Titans Oracle. So I decided that I wanted to use these two decks together to do this spread. So this doesn't have a name, it's just sort of basically on the fly, and it's International Women's Day today, so happy International Women's Day. I've just come out of the bath. I had a beautiful ginger bath salt bath, and I'm feeling refreshed after a very, very busy and hectic day, and I was just doing some contemplation on why I thought. So these are the questions. We're just going to go through it. So one of the questions that I wanted to ask was, why don't I identify with the Page of Wands? So it came up with these two cards. Now, interestingly enough, these have a similar meaning. Very similar meaning, which is very, very interesting. So what I got was, so this has to do with a new incarnation, being a baby, and a baby is born into the world and it knows its identity without even expressing. It's not even being able to speak, but it knows who it is. And with this one, is it Cernos? I don't know how you say that. Being a shapeshifter is about, changing your formation. So I found that really fascinating, how I haven't identified with another part of me. I've only seen myself as this one identity, I guess, for so long, due to a lack of knowledge, a lack of inquiry, just probably acceptance, just gone, yep, I'll accept that, and haven't really sort of questioned it, because we talk a lot about our sun signs and how we resonate with that, but not so much of other aspects. Well, I haven't anyway. So that I sort of thought, so what came from this card in particular was a shape-shifting, and to act as if, because this card is about being half man and half stag. So he is the stag. So they're saying here, if you want to become something, then you act like it. So if I wanted to become the Page of Wands, I need to act like the Page of Wands. And another aspect also too is that could be my most authentic self that I haven't really known. So that is a really fascinating thought, you know, that more of that excavation and exploring, you know, that maybe more of my true self is the Page of Wands. So my next question was, how do I explore more of my untapped qualities? So we go to the Fairy Lovers, which is pretty self-explanatory, and this one. So what I got from these two cards is that for me to expand more into those qualities, I really have to do more acceptance of myself, more divinely saying, you know, this could be the two parts of myself that have probably never met each other. And this is them coming together, like saying, for example, you know, I thought I was a Knight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Pentacles is going to meet the Page of Wands, and then they have like this, I don't know, like this joining of forces, this joining of energy. And this guy is saying, you know, I'm giving you support because you need it. You know, you'll probably find that people will come to you when you're fully embracing your most authentic self and loving yourself and seeing yourself in a whole new different view, that you'll bring in this new support system that you never thought could be possible. Then we move on to how do I expand my awareness? So that's sort of the same question, but we have Secret Path, which I love that card. So how can I expand on my awareness? Which is, I just want to go down that path. I just want to see what's there. So that's an expansion. And I love where she is. It's like this lush green space, you know, there's all this nature. It's so healthy looking, and, you know, and she's just going off on her journey. And like there's all these little fairy lights sort of sprinkling about. And then we have Ganesha, which is the remover of obstacles, but also he likes to put obstacles in the way, so you have to be sort of, in a way, be diverted in a different direction. So this might not necessarily be the direct route. You don't know what's on the other side there. There could be a crevasse or a river or something like that, which might divert you to another place, you know. So I found that really interesting. Then in the video that I did, I made a Freudian slip, and because I was holding up the Knight of Pentacles and I said the Knight of Wands. So I thought, what was that about? I'm getting really sort of, you know, delving deep in here. And it came up with these two cards. So it came up with Solace. I love this card. So beautiful. Actually, when I was riding home on my bike today, I go through a forest, and there's this big tree that's sort of been hollowed out. You know, it's been, you know, it's had its day. It's like the ruins of a tree, and there's this great big hollow part. So it says down the bottom, return to nature, tree wisdom, natural remedies, and flower essences. So the Freudian slip is, maybe this is to connect me closer to the Knight of Wands, to, you know, a further investigation into, you know, is there more healing? Is there more, obviously, natural natural remedies that I could use. And then we have Vishnu, and there's balance. So there's a health aspect there as well. And, you know, thinking about the Knight of Wands, I think about that vitality and that spark. And I sort of feel like, you know, maybe that's what the Freudian slip was about, that I need to have more spark. I need to bring that into balance through these kinds of healing techniques. And then we've got, how do I integrate these new qualities? I have Beauty and the Beast, and I have Shiva. Now what I like about this is she is a stunning looking creature. Her body is facing Shiva, and he's totally going, yep, I'm there. But she does, you know, she's sort of looking off going, yeah, whatever. I know I've got it. I know it. And he's going, wow. So how do I integrate these new qualities? I think there's certainly a message of femininity and seeing myself as a newness, I guess. I mean, he's looking at her like he's just totally in love with her, but he's just so powerful, you know, like, and she's feeling that energy totally, but she's also within her own strength and her own sense of awareness of who she is. So I think that's something that I would like to embrace. So I think that's, you know, probably I don't know, it might not be so superficial, but, you know, I am thinking about getting a new haircut and getting it restyled and just something to make me feel new. So some gorgeous man might go, oh, okay, look at her. But I think it's also a fact of thinking, you know, just that new awareness of yourself. We get so used to seeing ourselves every day that I don't think we sort of give ourselves a chance to look at ourselves through new eyes. So I thought that was quite a interesting pairing of these two cards. So something, you know, further to explore. And then luckily and last we have Spirit's message. So Spirit's message is the fairy wishing well, manifestation, expectations and offerings, and Hypnos, the god of sleep. So this is quite a beautiful message from Spirit. Spirit wants to know that when your intentions are sent, when your messages are, you know, I mean, that contemplation, how she's just sitting there on the wishing well and, you know, she's putting these coins in. It just seems, I don't know why the word therapeutic sort of came up. But that's what sleep is. Sleep is a very therapeutic, I mean, to have a good night's sleep makes you feel so good. So Spirit wants us to know that there is such healing, and when we do place all of our intentions or just before we go to sleep, that we are heard and that things happen when we're asleep. Things that we're unaware of, and it's a very healing space to be in, you know, where we can just let go. You don't have to be fully conscious to be an active doer. You can, you know, give it up to the powers that be, you know, and saying, I wish for whatever that you wish for. Yeah. I really like that. That was really cool. Let me know what your thoughts are if you've got any comments, or if you've wanted to delve more into Dead Cheeky's tag, and if you wondered how you could incorporate, a more closer sort of bond to this new perception of yourself, or these new qualities of yourself, or how would you like to go about doing that, I'd be really interested to see what you thought. And yeah, I'll leave all Dead Cheeky's information below, and I will see you next time.